Hi, my name is Courtney, and I'm 39 years old. I live in Northern California, and I'm a video archivist and editor. I've been 𝗏𝐵ing for almost 4 years. Before 𝗏𝐵, I worked in restaurants in both New Orleans and Los Angeles, and these were very highly rated restaurants, so they were often very busy. I worked both back of the house and front of the house. In addition to that, I took an EMT class that was normally 3 months that was condensed down to 3 weeks. If it was intense, I was into it. Well, for me, it was those are the easiest things to do. The high pressure and the high intensity actually made things a little bit easier for me to tolerate. Really, all I had to do was just deliver. There was no time for thinking. There's not a lot of time for feeling. What I actually would feel, I would be able to use to move even quicker or like actually do the job that I needed to do. So I would do more and more of these high intensity things, and I would get more and more numb, and then I'd just get more and more bored. So I found myself telling my friends about all these situations that I wanted to put myself in that would actually give most people some sort of trauma so that I could actually feel alive. I found myself looking for greater and greater levels of intensity, and I realized that actually wasn't sustainable. Coming into 𝗏𝐵, I was immediately drawn to the stroker position, and I kind of rebelled against the norm of the practice as a woman. It's really highly recommended that you are in the strokey position for a number of years. I actually knew and understood why that was the case, and I was like, whatever, I want to stroke, so I'm gonna stroke. So I got so much from being a strokey, but that's a whole other story. So when I started stroking, I actually realized it was not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more about control, and it's not really about control at all. It's about being less in control so that I can actually feel and follow what's needed, what's happening, what's next. So I discovered to become a better stroker, I had to be less in control, I had to be more surrendered, and I had to feel more. So I discovered through 𝗏𝐵 that my sensitivity is actually my greatest gift. My dad would always sort of call me the sensitive one in my family, and I would be like, what are you talking about? I would actually get a little bit angry because it felt like it was a weakness. What I sort of understood was I had been trying to drive myself like a pickup truck, and I'm more like a Ferrari. It's like this high performance vehicle that can go top speed. It can perform unlike any other car. That's actually who I am, and that's like the greatest gift to understand that I've been given through this practice. So what 𝗏𝐵 actually taught me was like, there's so much intensity in every moment, just being alive. I don't need to look for high intensity situations. I can just feel what's there, and with the sensitivity that I have, they're intense enough as it is. 𝗏𝐵 was the first time where I realized how sensitive I actually was. When I started to 𝗏𝐵 and I was stroking, I was drawn to stroking really lightly and really slowly. What I noticed is it was actually the first time where I felt safe enough to actually feel as much as I could feel in real time. So the difference in 𝗏𝐵 is when the intensity got high, I would actually stay in my body instead of numbing out. There's such a culture of numbing, whether it's through drinking, it's through watching TV, it's through drugs, it's through just literally shutting off your emotions. I know that a lot of that is because a lot of us are just very sensitive beings, and we haven't been taught how to live that way. And 𝗏𝐵 is teaching me how to live that way. My name is Courtney, and I 𝗏𝐵.